loves, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another monthly TBR video. These are honestly my favorite videos to make, and it just makes me so excited for the month ahead of reading. I did absolutely horrendously with my TBR last month. I think I read like 2 books off it maybe. In saying that, and in my defense, I know these are just excuses, but I was traveling a lot, making it hard. I'm a mood reader, and there were so many more new releases last month that I didn't take into account when creating my TBR. So like Taming 7, Funny Story, Wild Love, all of that, like I didn't take them into account while planning my TBR. Anyway, I know that we're not here for excuses. We're here to make another TBR video. This month, there aren't as many new releases, so I feel like we're gonna be okay. I feel like I can make a more accurate TBR video. And the same as last month, because I had so much fun doing it, we are going to be letting a prompt wheel choose my TBR. I'm gonna choose probably about 7 to 8 books, depending on the length of books and type of books I get. I typically read anywhere between like 6 and 10 books a month. That's kind of my go-to, so I feel like, oh hi Mace. We've got Maisie in the front of the camera now, but I feel like 7 or 8 is probably a safe number. So let's do the first prompt. The first prompt is a book that scares you. So a book that like intimidates me, been very scared to read. Actually, I do feel like I've got a few contenders and I've got some good ones. Okay, A Conjuring of Light. This is the 3rd and final book in the Dark Shade Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab. I read the first 2 books and absolutely love them. I am obsessed with this world, with the characters. This is why it intimidates me. It is a lengthy book. How long is it? It's almost 700. 660. But this book scares me so much, but I've been really wanting to get to it. So that is definitely a contender. The other one is The Atlas 6. I believe I put this on my TBR last month. I did. And I didn't read it because I'm me and I'm a mood reader. But The Atlas 6 also intimidates me. I'm just scared it's not going to live up to the hype. It is also apparently a bit confusing. I wish you could see Maisie right now because she's like on her back being ridiculous. The only other one that kind of intimidates me is Whisper by Lynette Noni. I've heard really great things about this, but I don't know. I'm not a sci-fi girl, and for that reason it intimidates me, but I do really want to read it. Is this sci-fi? I think it's sci-fi. Or no, dystopian, not... It's dystopian, not sci-fi. And that also intimidates me. Like sci-fi and dystopian, I feel like I'm not going to understand what's going on. So those are my 3 options, but I think I'm going to go with A Conjuring of Light, the 3rd book in the Dark Shade Magic trilogy, just because I really want to get to it. So this is the first book on our TBR. All right, second prompt. There we go. Okay, a book with the enemies to lovers trope. Okay, I feel like I have a few, maybe. The Jazzed Heir. This is a fantasy romance. Let me see. 10 years ago, the kingdom of Jazzed burned. Its magic was outlawed. The royal family murdered. At least that's what Sylvia wants people to believe. The heir of Jazzed escaped the massacre. She intends to stay hidden, especially from the armies of Nizar. I don't know. It's not giving me if this is enemies or lovers or not. So I'm gonna not include it for this one. The other one I have is House of Beating Wings. No, this is not enemies to lovers, I don't think. I'm sure this is like rivals to lovers or something. I feel like maybe this is Grumpy Sunshine, not enemies to lovers. Why is this so much harder than I thought? I caught this cruel and lovely, surely. The humans who manage to keep their power are known as the corrupt. They are put to death. When forbidden power is discovered, I'm forced to flee my tiny village and the life I adore. No, this isn't enemies to lovers either. Why is this so hard? Wild Love. This might be. Oh my god, is this enemies to lovers? Does this count as enemies to lovers? I honestly just want to include it. That's already been enemies to lovers. I think I might have one. Okay, I think this is enemies to lovers. I'm hoping it's enemies to lovers. The Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. This is a mafia romance, I think. Very out of my comfort zone, honestly, but obviously it's like so big on BookTok and BookTube and everything that I've just been really curious about it. So I feel like I'm going to include this one. I really hope it is enemies to lovers. I'm getting that vibe from the blurb at the back. So they're a match made in hell. Like if that's saying enemies to lovers, I feel like I don't think anything else is. So we're going to put that on our TBR. The next prompt, let TikTok For You page choose your read. This is exciting. Okay, let's go on to my TikTok. I'll do obviously the For You page. Okay, so the first person I have come across is Maddie. She is a mutual of mine. And she's giving like multiple recommendations, so I guess I'll just choose one that I haven't read. They're all sports romance, like the books where he's a professional athlete. I love a good sports romance. Okay, so the first category is hockey. We have Powerless, Mile High, Meet Your Match. I haven't read Meet Your Match, and the other one is just really not in my kind of genre. So Meet Your Match is definitely a contender. We have The Cheat Sheet. I loved that. The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. I've loved that as well. The Marriage Effect. Okay, I'm intrigued by The Marriage Effect. I feel like we're gonna go Meet Your Match. I'm gonna be true to what like the first recommendation was. If you want proof, here it is. So I'm gonna put that down because otherwise I will forget it, knowing me. Okay, great. We've got one that I haven't got. So is that an excuse to go buy another book? Maybe. Our next book, a romance book. Great, fun. Okay, easy. I have been wanting to read Wild Love since it came out, honestly. And I'm gonna put this on my TBR because I have been seeing such great things about this. And apparently the love story in this is like amazing. So easy choice. I'm going to be putting this on my TBR. Like, I know I'm going to get to this really soon as well. So at least I'll be reading some of the books on my TBR. So we have 4 at the moment. Let's do another maybe 3 or 4. A book by a new author. So an author I haven't read. Okay, this is pretty good. Immediately, I have never read anything by Dolly Alderton. This is good material. I think this is just a chick flick fiction kind of book. We have The Jazzed Air. I have never read anything by her. This is a Egyptian romantasy. So those are 2 good options. The only other one I have is A Caught This, Cruel and Lovely, which is another fantasy romance. So I feel like these are probably my best choices. And whilst I am really intrigued, I'm in the mood for fantasy at the moment. So I think I'm gonna go with The Jazzed Air. I would really like to get to good material at some point, but I think I'm gonna go with The Jazzed Air. A book with people on the cover is the 5th prompt, I think. Yeah, the 5th prompt. Okay, we can find this. I have a few, I think. So number 1 is Two Twisted Crowns. We have our main protagonist on the front cover. I really want to get to this. This is the second book to One Dark Window. I would love to finish this series. The other book I have is Heir of Broken Kingdom, which is the sequel to Heir of Broken Fate. Obviously, there is someone on the cover, and this is also a romantasy book. I feel like these are going to be my 2 top ones. And I don't know which one to put on because I really want to get to both of these this month. For now, let's put Heir of Broken Kingdom because I really want to do a reread of the first one and then read this one. And I'm definitely going to be doing that soon. So I feel like we're going to put this one on. Heir of Broken Kingdom by Mads Rafferty. Love her books. They're so just fun and immersive. Such good romances. Okay, 6th prompt. Let's do 2 more prompts. This one and another one, I think. I think that's plenty. Let Instagram choose your read. Okay, so similar to TikTok, I'm just going to go onto my book Instagram and scroll down. The Once Upon a Broken Heart series, I've read that. A post, okay. This is from Charlotte Reads. This is Part of Your World and Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez, I think. I'm actually really happy about this. So Part of Your World and Yours Truly, I believe, are connected books, like connected standalones. And I have really been wanting to read Part of Your World. So I am easy going to be putting that one on. I don't have the physical copy yet, but I'll get it. I'm actually really excited about that. Okay, should we do 2 more? Maybe? We'll do 2 more. Why not? A book in a series. Easy, because this is super easy for me. I think I'm going to choose Two Twisted Crowns because this is in the Once Upon a Broken Heart or the Shepherd King series. Did I just say Once Upon a Broken Heart? I mean, this is in the One Dark Window series, the Shepherd King series. This is just a duology and I have been really wanting to read this one. So I think I'm going to put Two Twisted Crowns on to my TBR, which I'm very happy about. We'll do 1 more because like, why not? Last one is a Kindle book, a book on Kindle Unlimited. This is so I try and like use my membership, my Kindle Unlimited membership more. I'm going to look up, this is Frey McFadden books because I have been obsessed with Freedom McFadden books and they are all on Kindle Unlimited. So I have read the 2 Housemaid books. I have read Never Lie. I have also read The Co-Worker and Do Not Disturb. I'm gonna try and see what Emily recommended. I think The Ex-Wife was really good. I think I'm gonna do The Ex-Wife. I love a good thriller in the middle of the month to like break things up a little bit. So I think I'm gonna add The Ex-Wife to my TBR. And that will complete it. So let's go through all the books I have on my TBR. Starting from the beginning, we have A Conjuring of Light, the 3rd book to the Dark Shade of Magic trilogy. Very excited about this one. We have The Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark, a mafia romance. Very outside my comfort zone, but I'm curious. I've also heard great things about like the series that goes off that. Wild Love by Elsie Silver, Elsie Silver's newest release. I don't think I said before, but this is like a cowboy romance, I believe, set in the same world as the Chestnut Springs series, which is also written by her. Very excited. The Jazzed Air by Sarah Hashman. This is an Egyptian fantasy romance. Heir of Broken Kingdom by Mads Rafferty. Super excited about this. Very excited. The sequel to Heir of Broken Fate. Two Twisted Crowns, the sequel to One Dark Window. And then Meet Your Match and Part of Your World. And then for a Kindle book, The X. Is that what it's called? I've already forgotten. Yeah. That is my TBR for the month of May. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was so much fun to make as per usual, and I'll see you in one of my next videos.